Vintage Story has many storage options, and this is a good thing because you will have a lot of stuff to store. Today I'm going to show you all the storage options in Vintage Story. Let's go! Funding for this video is provided by viewers like you. In this video, I'll outline the options for all things storage in Vintage Story. I'll show you how to craft each of the storage options and the many ways to use them. And I'll also share with you my favorite mod for sorting and managing your storage. Your first option when storing items in Vintage Story is the ground. Yes, the ground. Many of the items in the game are ground storable. I've joked that the world you've just generated is actually just one big storage chest. So when you think you're running out of storage, you're not. There's plenty of room. On the ground. The list of items that can be stored on the ground is long. At the start of the game, I basically store all items that can be stored on the ground. Even when I have more storage options available, there are items I almost always keep stacked on the ground. Firewood, planks, ingots, and many of my claywares end up being stored on the ground even after I put up shelves. Recently, I was watching another streamer play Vintage Story, and they had shoes by the front door. Yes, shoes can be stored on the ground. So cool! The first storage container you will craft is the reed chest. The easiest of the bunch to obtain, as you just need cattails or papyrus. To craft, place 24 reeds in the grid and click away. They can be placed on the ground or wall and store up to 8 items. I love the look of these chests, and even as I upgrade to bigger chests, I always have a couple of placed throughout my home. The last thing to know about the reed chests is that you can recycle them. Place the chest and your knife in the crafting grid. You'll get back half the reeds you used to craft the chest. The other early game option is the storage vessel. Some could argue that this is the easiest of the bunch to craft and has more bang for your storage buck with 12 storage slots. The vessel is made from clay and fired in a pit kiln. At the top of the page is a link to my video on all things clay if you need some guidance making your first vessel. They can be found in ruins and also purchased from traders and come in many different colors. The vessel is not just for food storing. You can store anything and everything in them. The next option is the main storage container in the game. The wooden chest doubles the capacity of the reed chest and has the ability to attach a sign for easy labeling. To craft the chest, you'll need to be in the Copper Age. This is honestly one of the reasons I push to the Copper Age as quickly as I can. These chests dramatically change the game and allow you to really start hoarding everything you pick up. You will need boards and a nail to craft. Place 8 boards of any wood type and 1 nail in the middle, and you have your first chest. They can be placed on the ground or on the wall, just like the reed chest. Like I said, you can add a sign to the chest. Simply place the chest and the sign in the crafting grid to attach. Stand in front of the chest with a piece of charcoal selected, crouch, and label your chest. Love this option. Look, I'm so organized. You can also make trunks, or as I call them, big chests. These are just 2 chests melded together to make one bigger storage chest. To craft, take 2 chests, place them in the crafting grid. When combined, they provide 36 slots of storage. This is the end game when it comes to storage in Vintage Story. These are my go-to storage option. I'm a front-facing big chest player. Kind of a strange statement. The front-facing chest is my preference because this is how I set them up the first time I played. I like them because they're easy to access, and I love the look of the big chest. However, I've seen more and more people doing this side chest stack. And to be honest, it seems like you might be able to have more chests in a smaller area. And by the way, you can slap a sign on the side, which makes it really cool. Let me ask you this. What's your preference? Front or side chest? The crate in Vintage Story is a single storage option, and I think it doesn't get as much love as it should. I love the crate, and as I've played the game more and more, I find myself using the crate for so many different items. To craft the crate, you'll need 16 boards and a saw. The crate's color will be determined by the color of the wood you use. I like redwood. I think it's so pretty. You can change the crate to be open by placing them back into the crafting grid. An open crate will display the items stored inside. Note, there's a limited number of items that are currently shown using this method. Do you use open crates? What do you store in there? The crate can also be labeled using parchment. To craft this special crate, grab a piece of parchment and a crate, place them into the crafting grid. With the crate placed, throw an item inside. This step is the most important as what is in the crate determines the picture on the parchment. Now crouch while holding a piece of charcoal and click the crate. If you've done it correctly, you should see the picture of the item on the crate. Cool! Crates are single item storage, as I mentioned. I use them to store a number of items in the game. Stones, clay, firewood, peat, even cobblestone. When storing large numbers of one type of item, crates are my go-to storage choice. Crates are abundant in the world. You can find them in just about every ruin you encounter. This is something I didn't utilize enough in my first couple of playthroughs of the game. Get out there and grab some crates! There are a number of special storage options in the game. These are craftable options for specific use in containers that cannot be crafted, only obtained. Bookcases can be crafted using boards, and yes, they store books. Just like with crates, the type of wood you use determines the color of the case. Tool racks, one of my favorite things about the game, can be crafted using sticks and hold up to 4 tools. Love a good tool wall. Vertical racks hold all your clay molds. I'd like to see this get some more love. I think storing tools vertically in a rack would be neat. There are display cases made of glass in Vintage Story. This is yet another storage item I didn't know existed until many months of playing the game. There are 2 versions of the display case, short and tall. The short is made with a glass slab and 2 boards. The tall using 1 glass block and 2 boards. You can place a bunch of stuff in these cases. I usually show off all the gems I've found, and of course, this is where I store my crown. Keep your eyes out in ruins, as there are damaged versions of the display case that have loot inside. Shelves are the last on my list. They are made with boards and only come in 1 color. Always makes me so sad. More colors, please. You can store a variety of items on shelves: clay cookpots, jugs, bowls, crocks, just to name a few. There's one more storage option that can be obtained, not crafted. The treasure chest can be purchased from a trader or found in a ruin. This chest is small with only 4 storage spaces. I like these little chests. I use them as accent points in a room, or for holding super special stuff. Storage is such a big part of Vintage Story, and keeping it organized can be a bit of a mini game. There are mods that help keep your storage organized. I use Xanus inventory tweaks to keep both my bags and storage chests sorted. I love this mod. It makes easy work of sorting and organizing. I'm still baffled how a modern game doesn't have a simple sort button for storage. Vintage Story has so many great options for storing all your items and loot. Do you have a storage tip for me? Share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.